Folks, welcome to Triple C's first ever podcast. We'll have a little Meet the Brothers. We'll answer a bunch of questions. I have them here written on my laptop. I'll share them out on the Discord mod. As I've been named, of course.
Yeah.
And if we don't get a question on here that you really want to know the answer to, definitely drop it below in the comments, and we will answer it because we're going to do more of these because we're going to have a lot of fun doing this. So with that being said, it's Meet the Brothers. So we'll have Patrick go first. Just kind of introduce yourself and tell us some interesting facts. What should they know about you?
Well, hello guys. My name is Patrick. Joseph already said that. And I'm 19. I go to school at Central Piedmont. I'm online. It's awesome. My fun fact is that I do NYLT. That's National Youth Leadership Training. It's a blast.
Is that all for yourself?
Yeah.
And he's taken already.
He is taking it. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I wish.
Oh!
Like, guys. That can't be in the video.
It's a one take, bro. Sorry. All right, well, folks, my name's Whesley. You guys probably remember me from that viral video, Solar Vendor POV, that we posted about a week or so ago. So I am 25. I'm the oldest brother. I am Unk status for sure. I actually just got done doing some yard work outside.
God, you're so old.
Yeah, I'm 25. I am a teacher during the day. I'm not going to say anything about where I teach or anything like that. I'm not going to dox myself. But on the side, I also do warehouse work. So if a TV or washing machine you ever receive is messed up, I plead the fifth. And interesting fact about myself is I have a master's degree. Even though it might feel like to you I am illiterate.
Nice. Well, hello everybody. My name's Joseph. I started off with the intro, but it's back to me. I am 19 as well. I'm Patrick's identical twin brother. Even though we don't look that similar, a lot of people think they're the twins. It's actually Patrick and I that are twins.
We had a guy last week, we tricked him and said we were triplets.
We're triplets? Yeah, we're actually triplets, actually. Breaking news. So yeah, I'm a student. I'm in college. I go to the University of Charlotte. Hope it doesn't dox myself too much. And I study mathematics as well as education to be a teacher just like Unk over here. And my interesting fact, I play Ultimate Frisbee for Charlotte. I love playing Frisbee. Better interesting fact. In high school, valedictorian. Whoa. Yeah.
How come we got two?
Alright.
I just felt like saying it. It's a cool fact.
He's a Discord mod.
I am the mod. I wrote all the questions.
Like big Redditor energy right now.
Bruh. This is crazy.
Alright, let's do this.
Alright, well now let's dive into it. So, we are brothers, as we said. So, what are some things that we used to do together before Pokemon? We talked about you're a teacher. I'm all studying to be a teacher, so school's a big thing. What are some other things that we've all done that we really enjoy?
I would say Scouts. We were all in Scouts, not quite together because of the age difference, but, together. I mean, as a family, I'd say Scouts was really big for us. I mean, the five of us would, run summer camps together, go on camping trips together, weekly multiple meetings a week. It felt like Scouts was just what we did every day, all day for years. And I'm an Eagle Scout, so is Joe. Patrick did a lot in OA and the crew even. You're still in a crew, aren't you?
Yeah.
With NYLT especially. So I'd say Scouts was big. Patrick?
We play a lot of video games. Over COVID, the three of us, we would sit in the same room and all play games together.
Yeah.
And then hop on call with our mutual friends, and they would hear us through each other's mics.
Yeah, they would get really upset.
They would.
We'd have to mute, especially me. I'm loud, I'm raging.
Whatever.
Bullying kids online, whatever. But yeah. Many kids have been sent to the gulag by us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
War
for
zones
sure.
are
we have been sent to the
We
gulag.
probably more than. But anyway.
And also video games. Whesley and I play this game. It's on Minecraft, but it's a server in Minecraft called Cosmic Sky.
Shout out Woofles.
We're in one of his videos. Very niche, but it is probably my favorite thing I've ever done.
How would you describe it to like an economy server?
So yeah, it's an economy server, but
Pay
it's
to
also
win
Skyblock.
economy. Yeah,
Right? So
Skyblock economy.
yeah, it's very like you have to play it the entirety of every day for an entire week.
And if you don't drop thousands of real dollars on the game, you are behind.
Right.
So
We
we don't
did not
do that.
do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. We're free to play, and it was probably all we did during COVID. Online class, which was fake, and
Yeah,
then
right.
play COVID or play
Play
Cosmic.
COVID.
Yeah, yeah.
Play COVID.
Play COVID.
Well, some other things I have on here that we all really like. We have other fandoms that we really enjoy. So Pokemon is one big one, but some other ones I have on here is the first one's actually Scooby-Doo, which I know sounds funny. But
Facts.
we all love Scooby-Doo, right?
Mhm. We
Favorite
just watched
movies?
a movie.
Yeah.
We just watched one last week. What's the official name? Scooby Doo. Where's My Mummy?
Where's My Mummy is what it's
Yeah,
called.
God, I'm
yeah.
so nerdy for knowing that. But if we finish this early enough tonight, we're gonna watch Scooby Doo Pirates Ahoy.
Yeah.
One of our other favorites. Maybe make some like popcorn chicken or something and watch it. But
Oh, we still have a bag of tenders, don't we?
hey, I think half a bag. I
Oh,
think you
well.
and I ate.
Yeah,
a little bit more.
we're a little big.
Yeah.
That's also on here, by the way. We also love our food. So that's a little bit later. But we'll talk about right now. We got food, right? So we love food. We love frozen food. Slap it in the oven. Love to do that. Another thing on here, we all have it. Packets. Very big.
Oh, it's
What's
actually-
everyone's go-to flavor? Go-to?
Grape.
Right now, I'm drinking pomegranate lemonade, great value brand. But during COVID, the amount of grape packets that I used to have you make for me,
Yeah, it's true.
astronomical.
Apparently mine tastes better. I think that was just a ploy to get me to do it, but it's okay. And then some other fandoms that we have, some other stuff. We're all big Disney people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Patrick especially, I know Pat loves Disney.
Oh, I love Disney movies.
Favorite Disney movie?
Favorite? Well, alright, everyone's gonna be like
Okay.
Pixar versus Disney.
Okay.
Fuck you.
They're one and the same.
I like Cars. That's my favorite.
Cause.
I like Cars. And then I really like Princess and the Frog.
Okay. I'm a big Monsters Inc. guy myself.
Yeah.
Big Monsters Inc. guy for sure. Jamie and I, we watched Toy Story, I think it was 4 on our first date.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
cute.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
What?
I love Disney movies.
Oh,
That's so
okay.
Yeah, I
awesome.
like Disney movies.
Yeah.
I think my favorite's Mulan because I like Mushu, the little
yeah.
dragon. He's a dragon.
Yeah.
I like Mushu a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the main character is struggling between like woman and man. So.
Yeah, so I really identify with that really well.
Yeah, with your women's shoulders.
Yeah, my baby shoulders that I have.
For context, our mom in, I think it was Old Navy.
All right, bro.
I think it was Old
Yeah.
Navy. Said that like that Joe and her are similar, like in size, particularly in the shoulders. So now, you know, such womanly stature over here. You know,
All right, bro.
so,
Whatever.
yeah, so it's me. I mean, we're meeting the brother.
We are meeting.
You know, and sister.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Come on.
All right.
Another thing on here, some other stuff. We like Harry Potter. We're all big Harry Potter
Yes.
people. We love the movies.
Yes.
Especially our favorite. I think we all kind of
haven't read
agree.
the books.
Yeah, I don't actually know how to read, so yeah, I'm a woman that can't read.
Valedictorian,
So.
by the way.
In math.
Yeah,
In
it is. But we all like Snape. We think Snape.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, we won't spoil it. But
Yeah.
once you watch it all,
Big Snape guy.
you can see why Snape's the goat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, moving on. We have some other things on here. The next one is you've probably already heard us do this, but like I like Cause. We said that earlier. We have this thing where we'll watch videos, a little clip like YouTube Shorts or I guess TikTok. Everyone's on TikTok now, whatever.
Not me.
I'm not.
I
on
don't have TikTok.
I don't know what that is, to be honest with you. So, but even before TikTok, it's a little clip that we'll find, and then for like the week, we'll just say it over
Just stimming.
and over
Yeah.
and over.
Mhm.
And so this week, there's been 2, but one of them is what is it called? The Bad Guys podcast.
Mm-hmm.
The Bad Guys podcast. Hey, bark, bark,
bark.
bark. And the other one, Patrick. What's the other one?
Oh, I don't know what the other one is. I don't know. What is it, Dylan?
Nah, don't start that.
Don't start that shit.
It's a Jackson Dark clip. Which Wesley doesn't even know what that is.
No,
but-
yeah. For having played sports like my whole life, watching sports is just not fun for me.
I like
So
it.
yeah, so
Yeah, he's actually a Bills fan. If you
yeah,
know.
go Bills. Go Bills. By the way, next year. Don't worry about that.
And Patrick and I, arguably more delusionally, are Cowboys fans. So
We're not delusional.
Go Cowboys.
Because of Padre.
We're the best team
Yeah.
in the league.
Yeah. Well.
That's America's team.
Right.
Okay.
Wes, name like 3 people on the Bills.
Let's see. Okay, if I get this, then what?
I don't know. Just kind of.
Okay.
humor me here.
Josh Allen.
Okay, the quarterback.
I don't think Diggs is on it anymore. Is that correct?
That is a
That
correct
counts as
statement.
2.
No, it does not.
No, don't do that shit. Don't start that.
Nah, don't start that shit.
Let's see here. Josh Allen.
The quarterback again.
They're redoing the stadium. That's another true statement.
I'll count it.
Hey, bark. For a third one, yeah, I don't know.
The Bills, everyone.
Yeah,
Bills
thank you. Yeah,
fans
go
over
Bills,
here.
go Bills. Yeah.
So some next things moving on now. We also like food. I think I mentioned that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it'd be fun to see who do we think of the 3 of us puts down the most food.
Mm-hmm.
Me being a woman, as you've already established, I don't put down the most food. I think I know who does though, but I won't say because I want you guys to talk about it.
What do you think, buddy?
It's not me.
I
don't.
I mean, like,
I mean, come on.
I mean,
We have cameras.
you know, like, I'd say you and I for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think it kind of changes, you know, like each day or each show.
It depends what we're eating.
For sure.
I think.
True.
For sure.
Because, like, Wes, I love you so much.
Appreciate
But
it.
you
man.
throw back burgers.
Mm-hmm. I do throw it back. That's for sure.
Oh,
Keep going.
where's Jamie? No, that's fair. So moving on, another thing I thought would be funny for us to talk about is what do we wear at every single show? What's like the uniform that not everyone follows usually?
Yeah.
You mean by not everyone, you mean Whesley.
Perchance, that's not
Wears pajama pants to one show.
It's been two.
What was the other show?
I don't remember.
What?
It was like literally the next
It was literally like 2 though.
No, it was 2 days of the same show.
Well, it's okay.
So one show.
Okay.
And we did very well that day.
That's true. It must
Both
have
days.
been the pajama bottoms.
It must have been the pajama bottoms. That's
Well, usually what are we supposed to wear?
You're right. Usually, Hawaiian shirt. Often it's Columbia. Shout out Columbia, sponsor us.
I'm a Time of Bahama
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. Time of Bahama, Columbia for me.
Whatever I got in my closet.
Whatever's in the
There
closet,
you go.
or in the laundry bin.
In the closet.
Yeah. And then black shorts on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wear Crocs with socks.
In sport mode?
No.
Okay.
No.
Cool.
I'm chilling all day long. No strap on for sure.
Okay. So, obviously, we're chuckling the whole time, right? Having this fun conversation, talking about being brothers. So, what do we think, us being brothers and being like a team, how does that give us an edge, maybe, or maybe not an edge, compared to other vendors? Are you just chuckling 'cause I said edge? Cool.
Whesley. I think that the fact that we're all brothers, people tell that we actually like, care about each other, and I think that makes it like a more family environment. I think we get a lot of families. Where like we get something for the kids to open, or just smaller cars, and the bigger collectors are master sets for the adults. Yeah,
It's true.
I agree. Very connected, like there's 3 of us and our inventory is 1. Like we move as a unit. And if one person is feeling weird about a deal or isn't quite sure or whatever, then we'll ask for input from the others. And I think, not every time, but I think other vendors who like vend together, like their inventories are separate. That's not always true, but like it almost feels like 2 separate entities.
Yeah.
Even though they're at the same table or same section. But I'd say for us, like we feel cohesive. And even though like we can argue and bicker and whatever, like I mean we are close and like we are a team. And I think we just have a ball. Like we're so close and we just have so much fun.
Yeah.
So.
And I think like going off your point a little bit there too is like it being separate, and then if one of us doesn't have a good feeling about it. We asked the other one. If you go to other tables and they have two vendors that are buddies, not brothers, but they're like friends, one might say, "Nah, I'm not feeling this card," and the other one will go, "Oh yeah, I'll buy that." And that's a little weird. But then here, if one of us has a struggle or like a little, usually if you ask the other brother, they have the same thing without even telling them what you think. Hey, you just say, "What do you think about this?" It's the same thing, whether it's like condition or if a card's good or not. So,
I'd say we definitely are on the same page, and that's definitely been something that we've learned and practiced almost for sure. But a big thing is like we don't undermine one another. You know, like if whoever starts the deal, like I'm thinking back to that Silver Tempest booster box for example, which like they won't know about, but like the guy kept coming back trying to get a better deal, and like Joe was the one that started the conversation, and when the guy came back, he started talking to us looking for a deal because he knew he was going to get it from him.
Right.
But we said the same thing that he would really. I mean, we not really. We did say the same thing that he did. So I think not undermining one another and being on the same page is very important for businesses or whatever who have multiple people behind the table. Yeah. And I think I would attribute how on page we are to like the amount of talking and reflecting that we do. Like we drive to shows and we spend like the whole time talking, and the whole drive home we reflect on it. Yeah. We're in Discord calls all the time. We're texting all day long. We're talking on the phone on the way home from work for like 45 minutes, making sure that we're on the same page. We have goals. We know what we're doing, how we're going to meet those goals. So I'd say that we communicate a lot. So, and that's one of my favorite ways about how we run this is, how together we are.
Right. Yeah. Like if you ask Patrick about something, he will most likely know about it as well as I. So like, I think like we'll talk to some of our vendor buddies, which we'll talk about in here as well, is like Pristine, right? We talk about them a lot in our videos. Shout out Pristine. Like if Ray comes up and talks to Wes, and then Tyler comes up and talks to Patrick about, oh, I heard from Ray that y'all did this deal. He'll also know about it, right? Or like what we're looking for. We'll all be on the same page. So it's different than other vendors. Maybe you talk to one of them, then you talk to the other one, and they're like, tell you different things or different percentages or different. It's like that doesn't then you want to walk away.
Yeah.
You're not really feeling that.
And that's not always true. Like we're definitely not trying to make it generalization. No. Like the vendor buddies that we're going to talk about later. Like I wouldn't say that for them. But but even some YouTubers, I would say that for. That people who do vendor POVs and there's multiple inventories behind the table. Like they'll say something like, oh, we'll figure it out after the fact. Yeah. Or something like that.
Like y'all guys, I'm assuming know Oyama's trading. JT, his
that's actually
is now actually now they're actually business
an employee.
Partners. So Oyama said, I'll just buy out your collection and your inventory, and you can just work for me. And whatever you sell, I'll give you some. And so now they don't have to figure that out. Yeah. So because it's just easier to not have to. So I think it's good being brothers. Like you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I think it'd be tough. It'd be a lot of extra work if we had different inventories. Trying to figure that out.
Well, I think the big part of that too that helps us is that it's not.
Shout out to Oyama, by the way. No hate.
Not for real.
We love you for sure.
I think the big thing is that it's not like your inventory, mine. Like as you said, it's not three different ones, and then it's because you're not taking home money, and I'm taking home money. It's like we're working towards this bigger goal, which I don't know if they know about that as much, but we're working towards a bigger goal. We're not just taking out all the money that we make every time. We're not looking for money now. We're looking for more money later. And it's not all about the money. It's more about, like I told some people recently, like, I'm going to miss this thing with you guys because I just want to be with my brothers. Like, this has brought us closer together. And that end goal is just what we're working towards so we can prosper even more.
Yeah. What would we say? So the question was just like comparing. So we compared a lot of it was positive. Would we say necessarily, not to talk bad about ourselves, but is there anything maybe sometimes that we're like, oh, if like I was vending by myself, like this problem wouldn't be there, right? Like, is there any negatives to being the three of us? Kind of give a little bit of perspective.
There's not enough room behind.
I was just about to say too much shoulder for sure. We got 3 gargantuan guy-outs behind the table, and it is not good.
Facts. And then like room in the car. We're just talking about. Wes has got to have the tiniest little car, and I loved his car when he first showed it to us. He bought it; it was cool.
My first car that I bought.
And then we started doing shows.
Putting it small, quick.
Lots of sealed in there, and just everything else. And then the 3 of us, and then Gatorades, and then food, and then Yeah.
And I'm the one that drives, so I guess I wouldn't even really know. You guys are always the ones that switch off who's in the front, who's in the back of the car. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know how we're gonna handle when we move up. You know, like when we start getting 2 tables and like our shelves are bigger. You know, like and we have 6 cases. You know, because we have enough to fill a table.
Right.
But like when we get to a point like Georgetown, like doesn't he have like 9 cases now?
Yeah.
Like 3 full tables worth.
But he also only does shows like Front Row and Collecticon where you can rent cases.
Yeah.
So you don't have to bring
Oh,
them.
he doesn't bring his own anymore. I know at the start he did.
I don't think
That's
he
a
does
good that's
anymore.
good con.
I mean, he might. I don't know, but
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll get a mommy mobile, get like a minivan or something.
Silver Bullet.
Silver Bullet. I mean, I drove a minivan when I was student teaching in New York, and I loved it. I mean, I'm definitely gonna get a minivan for my next car. Absolutely.
Yeah, this one's already kind of having a little bit of problems here and there. So
Yeah. Right. So, anyway.
That'd be cool.
Other
Triple C
negatives?
sponsored mobile.
Yeah. Right.
Get some branding on the side.
Oh my god.
He's so funny.
Okay. Buying collections, 50%.
Yeah, I put like our Instagram and phone number on the back.
Other negatives though, I mean, honestly, when I did the solo vendor
Yeah.
POV, which at this point was 2 weeks ago on Saturday, like it was amazing. It was incredible. It was so fast paced and like a lot of stuff happened. Then again, we were at the front of a show that had thousands of attendees, but like it really did make me appreciate like how the 3 of us kind of divide the work behind the table, you know, and like the amount of customers that we were able to help at one time is 3 times the amount that most vendors can help.
Right.
So I think that's an excellent positive to having multiple people behind the table, despite the room issues.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, cool. Did you have anything else on that one? That was a really deep question.
I thought about it a little bit more as you were talking. The one thing that's kind of hard is when, at the end of the show.
Kind of hard.
Okay.
Right.
At the end of the show, when it gets slower, and there's only one person coming to your table at a time, and they're few and far between.
Yeah.
We have to like share that, and it gets really boring because like I'll sit there because nobody's coming to the table, and then someone comes to the table, but like Joe's got it, and it's like I'm just like sitting here, but that's all.
There's also only one chair then.
Yeah, they only give you one chair, and it's
Yeah.
like
So then someone gets to sit down at the end, and then the other chairs just stand there. But oftentimes,
we'll
like
walk.
yeah,
Right, that's what I'm
but
about to
like
say.
you and I will walk a
We
lot.
come by that by
That's something we
two of
didn't
them
talk
walk,
about.
and then I'll just
Yeah.
the one people that come up, I'll
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
That's something we didn't even talk about. Another pro of having 3 of us is someone can walk around and like, hey, what are other seal prices looking like? Are there any cool pickups that we could find? Or even just like talking to our vendor buddies, which we'll talk about here too.
Yeah.
Like we can do that, or like even just going to the bathroom. Or Wes likes to go get the food truck food. Like you can go do that and not worry about someone swiping something for your table. Or like, hey, neighbor right here that I've never met before, can you watch my table? It's like you like that like little bit of anxiety like just completely goes away. So plus it's 3 big dudes. Like no one steal it from us. Like oh, let's see you try. All right, moving on. So now we're talking about like the daily, like day-to-day stuff of shows. So another like big one is every morning we stop and get food. Sometimes we'll go to McDonald's. So we'll have everyone share like what do they get from McDonald's. But then other times we'll stop at QT. If we stop at QT, then what are you getting? What's the go-to?
Okay.
Sorry, Pepper.
All right, from McDonald's, I get 2 sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. McGriddles are the best breakfast food ever. But recently, I was looking at the menu, and sometimes my app isn't working, and I'm cheap, so I'll look. The McMuffin is half the price, and I was like, let me try this. I was not expecting to like it. God, it's so good. So sometimes I just get one of each, but
God, it's so good.
Hey.
What about QT?
QT, man, it depends. I'm not as big of like the roller dogs or stuff like that. Like I just
Roller dog.
I don't get that. Like I don't get the made food. I just my favorite snack though, because that's what I get as a snack is I like the Cheez-It snack mix with like the pretzels and little like Cheeto puffs and all that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. For me, McDonald's, 1 sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle meal, hash brown, large Coke, no ice. Oftentimes, I don't even finish my Coke throughout the show.
True.
And then
No ice.
Yeah, no ice.
Tech.
Yeah,
This is
absolutely,
tech. No
absolutely no ice. It comes out cold enough. If you need more ice, you're losing. Grow up. You're losing
Grow up.
soda. Like no. And then for QT, I'd say I am a roller dog guy.
He is a roller.
I'd say corn dog sometimes too, and then a Monster Mango Loco for sure.
Those aren't good. Those
Yeah.
aren't good.
And seasonal Reese's.
Yeah.
Like eggs or pumpkins
so
or
good.
trees.
Hearts.
Yeah, hearts.
Yeah.
Also, Reese's Sticks. Have y'all had them yet?
I have. They're good.
Reese's Sticks.
You've had
It's
these.
it's like
Oh!
Those are
Dude,
Yeah,
those will
they're
change
good.
your life.
yeah,
Those
but
are
they
good.
only come in king size right now, and like
Yeah,
I don't have a
yeah.
huge sweet tooth, believe it or not, and so like a king size Reese's Stick is.
My buddy James
It's
and
a
I'll
bit
buy
of a
one
lot.
and share one. It's good.
Yeah. I feel like I eat half of it. And
And I'm ready to
but
be
then you
done.
can't like close it, you know?
Yeah,
That's why,
exactly,
yeah, him and I will
exactly.
share one because
Yeah.
we're not trying to do
I
all
feel
that.
that.
Yeah.
So, well, for me, if we go to McDonald's, something I saw a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle, as we all said, but something I've moved into more recently is they have sausage burritos there, breakfast burrito, which I know sounds kind of silly, but like these little tiny burritos, you have one, you wait, you have the next one, they're on the value menu, that's pretty cool. Sometimes I get those, but I definitely make sure to get a large caramel iced coffee from McDonald's. This is tech. People don't think it is because they're like, why am I getting McDonald's coffee? I like it a lot. Share it with my friends. My buddy Andrew gets one all the time. Large caramel iced coffee from McDonald's. Try it. It's great. And then, not a plug, by the way. And then from QT, similarly to Whesley, for my drink, I'll get a Monster, but I like the white Monster. The mango one's good too, but I like white Monster, which was in the last video. I actually spilled some in the case. I cleaned it though. And then I usually don't get roller dogs either, as Patrick said.
Yeah.
But I like to get a snack. So last night I got like the orange Chex Mix bag. So usually something like that, like a chip kind of thing that I can snack on throughout the day. But if it's candy, it's gonna be Reese's, I
Yeah.
think.
I like the Fritos barbecue honey twists.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude,
And
you put those you
those are
put us
good.
onto those when we were younger,
I'm
dude.
telling you,
It's
God,
good.
those are
I'm
so
telling
good.
you. And when I had that donut, that's the first time I ever had
QT
a donut.
donuts are really good.
First time I ever had one from QT, and
Our
it
mom
was
loves those.
incredible. Wow. I had a donut from Duck Donuts.
I think it's just duck.
Duck Donuts.
Yeah, Duck Donuts.
Duck Donuts.
Duck goose donuts.
No, it was like a normal glazed donut, but it had maple glaze on top with bacon bits. I mean, God, it was so good. It was like $3.50 though for the one donut.
Yeah, that's
but-
ridiculous.
I mean, I'm gonna get another one. Right.
Well, anyway, I guess something else too. So that's what we get in the morning of shows. It's quick and easy. But what about after shows? So we're usually very tired after shows.
Yeah.
But we do always make sure to stop and get food.
Mhm.
Where do we usually go? There's a couple of different places.
We could have cooked out a few times.
Mhm.
Don't
Cook
cook.
It
out.
really just depends where we're at.
Yeah.
True.
And then if it's a 2-day show, I'll normally eat on Sunday. Like, I'll definitely get lunch on Sundays at the show. Like, I feel like I normally cave. I mean, Wendy's, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Panda Express.
And that's what I was gonna say.
Panda
Panda.
Express. Oh.
Man, we drove like 30 minutes for Panda,
man.
bro.
I mean, it's worth it though.
It's good.
I mean, for like $15.
Oh,
you
dude,
buy
I
food.
was eating
You
it in
get
the hotel
so
room, and the next
much.
morning I ate the rest of it.
Oh my gosh,
So much.
good.
It's so good.
So good.
So
All right.
Well, yeah, moving on. Some other daily stuff that we do at shows. So another one I thought was funny. In the morning, we try to say, okay, if the show starts at 9. We try to get there an hour and a half, 2 hours before, which means if we get there at 7. Let's say it's an hour away. That means
If it's a one-day show, especially, we'll get there that early.
because you have to set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we like to walk.
True,
I
we
like
do
to walk
like
for
to
sure.
walk.
I like to walk.
So if we have to get there at 7, that means and it's an hour away. If we leave at 6, we decide this the night before.
Mhm.
Do we always leave at 6?
No.
No, you're not. What is usually the problem?
Well,
Why we don't leave
well,
at 6?
folks, I don't really know what the problem is because
Folks.
I wake up first. And you know how I know I wake up first? Because I have to shower. Joe and I will share a shower. And I'll go first.
At separate times.
And you guys are so gay. And I'll go first. And then he'll go. And while he's in the shower, I'll pack the car. So we're all ready to go.
True.
And then his big ass walks downstairs 15 minutes late, still not ready. And I'm like, dude, he goes, my bad, man. I had a shower. Yeah, no shit, you had a shower. God. So why, Wes? Why are you? Why?
It is normally my fault. I'll take that. And you know what? We have a show tomorrow morning, and something tells me
You're gonna be late again. I already know.
Something tells me. Well, see, I have this terrible problem of thinking I can get ready in 20 minutes. I do it for school too. I can't. I need 25 minutes. I'm always running like 5 minutes behind ish. You know, at least
5 minutes.
At least.
I
At
gotta
least.
say.
At least. Yeah.
That's funny.
That's my fault. That's gonna happen again.
That was gonna happen again. And you know what? Before we move on to the next question, in the mornings I've started putting my alarms 10 minutes later because watching I wake up early when he's not going to, and he's still 15 minutes late.
That's funny. Well, yeah, so the next thing is on this list, so we talked about shows, right? So we're waking up and then leaving and all that stuff. We talked about during shows and all that. But so when we're not at a show, we still itch to be a part of the Pokemon industry, fandom, whatever you want to call it, the hobby. And we do a couple things to kind of like trick ourselves into thinking that we're at a show, and we're not. Wes, what's your go-to scratch the itch activity for Pokemon?
Checking TCG prices.
Okay.
Especially on sealed. Earlier today, I was looking at TCG of all of our sealed, and like for a long time, and even still for sealed, we would go off of whatever that green number said. Like we would just price it even a little bit below. Yeah. You know, if it was $88 from ETB, we'd put $85. But the way the market is and like the amount of volume that we sell sealed at, we've started pricing it, either right at or sometimes a little bit above, even going off last solds and lowest list. But like today, I was looking at Black Bolt and White Flare PCETBs. We got our pair for $250, $260 if you count the $10 we pay for the cases. But we got our pair for $250, clean, no tears, no rips or anything. And the Black Bolt ETBs up to $230, and the White Flares up to $2. So, and it was just 2 weeks ago. The pair was at what, like $320?
Like $300 altogether. Or something.
It's insane. So, yeah, big ups on that. 151 bundles are nearing 200. Blooming Waters 315, 330 on last solds.
But the green number says 300. So
exactly.
It's interesting.
Yeah. It is right
because the last sales will be, and it's not just like one. It's the entire day, all day yesterday.
Exactly.
And it's multiple.
Right. Dozens are selling a day. Right.
So,
it's insane on some of these items. So yeah, I think that's what I like to do is looking at sale and Facebook Marketplace. Yeah. I've become quite the Facebook goon. So
true.
Yeah.
What do you like to do?
To scratch the itch, the thing that I catch myself doing like 20 times a day is card ladder. I have card ladder on my phone, and for you casuals who don't know what card ladder is, that's how you can look at
for the lay people out there.
Right, you can check you can like put in your collection. You can look at sales. They have like indexes that I don't really care about, but
would it be indices instead of indexes?
Okay, so
my bad, G.
I can look at it. It's really easy when I put it into the collection. I can easily sell last sold, and it'll pull me up the card ladder value for me, and I know what I bought it for. And I look at it, I'm like, yeah. And then I see that Venusaur for 151 going up, and I'm like...
I just checked, by the way. It took me not even 30 seconds. Yeah. Last sold, one just sold for $606.
God.
When did you pick that up? I feel like it sat for a while, right?
We've actually had that for
like
a while.
Month or so, right?
Well, we only started slabs in January. But
if that's not a question, I don't know how far we're trying to go into... the business and inventory. But I would be interested to talk more about slabs and kind of how we handle
our journey's it's down here.
Okay,
sorry. Well, the slabby patties, I won't get into it too much, but we started in January, and I think we picked the Venusaur up pretty soon into our journey, and we still have it. But I'm not complaining. But
yeah, sure. I can definitely say when I'm not at shows, I love to watch other vendor POV videos, like other people set Pokemon cards. And even like old ones, some like easy hitters, Jar Chomp's always a great one. Oyama we brought up earlier, collectible tags, Blazing Cards, Swans and
I like Swans.
Trader John's, Clover. Oh my gosh, I'm Clover.
Dude, Clover is our OG.
We love doing that. And DPM. It's not really vendor POV, but we love those videos. And we hope to start doing content that big and like definitely like we want to do DPM's type of like collecting all the set. Or like Trader John's just started doing where they buy and do a page in a binder. We thought that was cool. We're talking about it literally today in the car.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely want to get onto that level of stuff, and we're trying to get there. But I like doing that. It gives me ideas, keeps me like kind of keen on the market. I feel like, and just lets me live vicariously through them.
Mm-hmm.
So
sorry, I was trying to look up on our
Spreadsheet?
spreadsheet that we used to track. I was trying to figure out when we picked that up. When we picked up the Venusaur, but
try to figure out what
it
long we've
wouldn't
had it.
work. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll flash it up on screen. Or something.
Yeah. We'll get to it later. It's down here. So
Get off your phone.
teacher be like,
Put your phone on my desk.
don't you dare suck your teeth at me. Don't.
Don't start that shit.
Well, so now we're gonna move on. So let's kind of let's talk ball a little bit. Let's talk Pokemon,
alright.
just the hobby, right? Where everything's at right now. So first off, I want us to all kind of share what's our favorite Pokemon
Okay.
and why is it your favorite Pokemon.
You want to go first, Joe?
I will go first. My favorite Pokemon is Bulbasaur specifically. I love Bulbasaur because 151 starter. Of all of them, he was always my favorite. I'd pick him because he was always like the last pick, I feel like. And I just thought it was cool. It'd be so cool. And then in the show, like the Indigo League, like the actual show, I watched him when I was really young, and he's like a little protector dude, and he's cool. And like he doesn't want to be caught, but then he kind of was like, yeah, okay. And he's just, I don't know, he's got some lore. He's a cool guy, little guy. And then he grows up to be this like big ass Venusaur, like just so big. So yeah, I think that's cool. That's why it's my favorite.
Well, my favorite Pokemons, for the reasons they're not as heartfelt and wholesome as that,
My bad.
I would say I have two that I really like. Number one is Whale Lord. It's just funny. His name starts with W, so does mine. I mean, it's just funny. Like, Whale Lord, Gay Lord. Like, I mean, you know. And then the second one is Guzzlord. The Guzzler. It's just funny. It's just fun to stim over like the Guzzler. So yeah, like Guzzlord has a tag team, you know, but like some popular Pokemon do not. You know, like Charmander doesn't, Squirtle doesn't. You know,
Charizard does.
Huh?
Blastoise and Charizard.
No, I know, but like I feel like there are many other Pokemon that like are popular that don't have a tag team, but Guzzlord not only has a tag team but has like alt art tag teams and it's like what are we like? Come on, guys. Yeah, and like Buzzwole, like in Formosa, like why do we have tag teams, guys? Like come on. You know, like how sick would Evolution tag teams be?
That would be tough.
I mean, come on. Like Eevee has one. But like, and so does Umbreon, I know, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Like multiple, yeah.
Right. So the Glaceon Leafeon tag team.
Right.
Tough.
I mean, come on, yeah. Or like Eevee and the Evolution, like a whole line of them.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Oh,
that'd be cool.
yeah. All right.
What about you? Patrick?
Sign me, Pokemon.
My favorite Pokemon is Snorlax for the same reason.
Why?
That anyone else's favorite Pokemon is Snorlax. All right, buddy. Big buddy.
Big buddy, little buddy.
Yeah, if you listen to the Carey podcast, I've said it. You know, we're a lot alike. We like to eat, and we like to sleep.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, something else I think could be cool is kind of some opinion-based questions I put in here. We're talking about Pokemon sets. So not just Pokemon, because that's really subjective. But I feel like sets, it's also subjective, but I feel like there's a little bit more ball knowledge here that we kind of have.
Okay.
After selling them a lot and looking at them and pack prices and pull rates and all those things. Pokemon sets. Which one do you think's underrated?
Okay.
There's a couple there, right? And then overrated.
I think I know what you're going to say.
There's definitely some
I think I know what
overrated
you're going to
sets.
say for underrated.
Yeah, because I've been saying it the whole
No.
time.
Well, okay, yes, but like there's another one that I think you could say or could have said, but it's okay. We'll see what you say.
Yeah.
And then I'll say whether I think you're going to say that or not.
The knower over here.
Yeah.
Like what?
Okay, so you want to do underrated or overrated first?
Let's do overrated. Let's be
Overrated
haters. Let's be
first?
haters first.
Haters first? Okay, I'm going to start and say Destined Rivals.
What? Nah, dude.
No, bro, no. Don't at me here,
Bro,
dude.
cut the camera.
No, don't at me here, bro. Like,
Podcast
it's
over.
I don't know, dude. Like, it's just not for me. Like,
What
I'm
did
sorry.
you like about it?
I just think there's a lot of cooler sets. Like, I'm sorry.
You've never told us this.
Yeah,
That's
right?
crazy.
I don't think that's
Breaking news.
is insane. I just don't. I just don't. I'm sorry.
Do you like any of the cards from that set?
I do like a lot of the cards. I just think that I don't know.
Do you like the older Team Rocket sets, like the vintage ones? Like, you're not a Team Rocket?
No. Like, I'm a huge artwork guy. Like, the artwork is cool, okay. But I don't know, man. Like, it's not. For
it is
me,
sandwiched
like,
between
sorry.
two pretty good sets. I feel like.
No, I mean, I'm gonna get a lot of flack. I mean, I know it. I do know it. It's just I don't know, man. I just think it's a bit overrated. Like, sorry,
okay.
you know, yeah, sorry.
Overrated?
Yeah. Like, starting off on here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway.
Patrick?
Yeah, go ahead. Follow
that up.
Follow that up.
1-5. Overrated. I think that Evolving Skies is overrated.
No, dude, are you serious?
I'm serious.
Wow. Okay.
Because for a few reasons.
Nah.
For a few reasons.
No.
Because the top cards, like, they're too expensive. Like, it's just, and there's so many of them, and they don't look
you broke just
that good. No, they don't look that good.
Okay, what about the Team Rocket's Mewtwo? That thing, I just looked today, it's up to like $470.
Okay, I don't think that card looks good either.
Okay.
Like, it's mid. It shouldn't be worth that much.
But I got a lot of flack just now, though.
Yeah, because this round was as a set.
Well, I think you prefaced it too. Like, I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this.
Like, it's just not. It's just not that
That's
good.
insane. That is insane. I believe that V cards are better than EX cards.
That's a statement. Are you serious?
Yeah, absolutely. And on top of that, I think GX cards are better than all others.
I agree with that.
Yeah, and I'm not a huge older guy, but I think the original EX is better than current EX.
I agree.
I like the font difference and like the
capital
size of it.
EX.
I do.
Not
Yeah.
the lowercase.
No, not from XY. Like original EX era.
Oh.
I like that better than current EX. Just like the way it's written on the card and like font size, which is so nerdy. But no, GX cards I think are absolutely the best. And then it's like V cards, and the current EX is no. So anyway, sorry to steer your thunder.
No, you're good. I just think with
Nah, dude.
Evolving Skies so quickly got to a point where you just can't enjoy it because it's too expensive to rip. Joe and I were talking about this earlier. Some sets are already getting to that place. Not with Evolving Skies, but some sets are getting to the point, even though they're still pretty, like, very modern, that it just doesn't make sense to rip because they're so expensive. That's how I feel. Also, Evolving Skies is not rewarding. We all know that Sword and Shield and much like
Evolving
anything before
Cries.
SV, right? Like anything before SV, it just like wasn't. The hit rates were horrible, so it's not fun to open. And then you get that one crazy card. It's kind of like pulling the monochromatic gold cards from Mega Evolution from that era.
Which are ass, by the way.
Yeah,
we don't like those.
They're super hard to pull, and then you get them, and you're like, wow, like that's cool, but also like, oh my god, like I had to rip so many packs, like.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I get that.
Yeah.
I think mine most overrated is Prismatic Evolutions.
Yeah, we're gonna
Traumatic
get canceled.
Delusions.
We're gonna get canceled, guys.
I don't think that's ridiculous because.
Well, you wait. No,
we're gonna get canceled.
Wes, to pick an overrated set, it has to be something that people like a lot.
Okay.
That is what overrated
Right.
means. But here's why. Here's why Prismatic's overrated. Okay, it's kind of on to your point and kind of your point too. It's just really expensive, so fast. They messed up the printing of it off rip, so it was already expensive. And then now all this stuff's happened. It's expensive, and then it's like. You're going just for the SIR EVs.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of at the point, there are other SIRs in there that are now growing in value because the boxes are growing in value.
Yeah.
But, like, before, like, give it, like 2 months ago, no one really cared about those even either, so you're just going for the EVs. And then, like, people would pull some. Like, I've had people come to the table and be like, yeah, with, like, a Flareon SIR from that set. And they're like...
There definitely is a hierarchy.
I don't want this.
For sure.
And it's like, I feel like it's like, this, what do they call it, the Sumbrion or nothing.
Yeah.
And that sucks because, like, why...
God pack or nothing.
Why? Yeah, right? It's like, that's kind of how Prismatic's viewed, but yet it's still, like, glazed, and it's like, why? Like, why are you intentionally picking a set that's going to break your heart, like, 999 out of 1,000 times?
Yeah.
Right?
I will say I don't like the crown stuff. I didn't like it when they first introduced it.
What do they call it? The Terra...
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you like Terra Blast them, and then
Yeah.
they get that crown.
Yeah.
And they
I'd
get
rather
Yeah.
have like the evolutions from like the Sword and Shield
I
era.
was literally just thinking
like
of
the
that.
VMAXs, the
Just
promos,
thinking of that.
like those are good. Even like the rainbow GXs of them or shiny GXs of them of the evolutions are better than the Terra thing. And I don't know. Like we were just pricing the sealed earlier, and like that's market. So that's what we're gonna sell it at. But like an ETB's like what, like $200 almost now. That's more than almost every single SIR except for like the Sunbreon and the Espeon. Like what? That doesn't make sense.
I can't fact check that. I'm just gonna go off your word.
Okay. Okay. But like, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I guess you can say that for a lot of sets because it's expensive to open.
Yeah.
But like we're not saying about surging. Like we like surging for that.
Yeah, I do like all the colors though. In like, I'm a huge art guy. I mean, as are you for sure. I do like all the colors in the SIRs from Prismatic. But I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, I think they look the Evolution SRs look so good. I've been thinking. I told him about this. I don't know if I told you about this yet, but I was thinking about. I'm probably not gonna do this because I'm broke. I'm a brokey. But that the Terrestrial Festival in 10s, like getting all of those because they're just so much cheaper,
affordable.
but like more affordable. But the art is still the same, and even better. The texture's better, and they actually look better.
Yeah.
And because the arts do look sick.
They do.
Sure.
But I'm not trying to rip 500 packs to not get one.
Right. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the IRs, like anything that isn't those evolutions, like people just hate. It's like they didn't even want to pull it. They would have rather just got nothing out of it. Because then you could have told someone, yeah, I ripped 100 packs, but I got nothing. Like what? Versus like other sets, which I don't like necessarily name them because it might be your underrated pick, but like there are certain ones that get asked about all the time that we just bought a bunch of sealed for that like you can pull an IR or even like some of the EXs and people are like, that's dope.
Yeah.
You know? I
Yeah.
don't know. But that's my opinion. So anyway.
Alright, well.
So we were haters. Haters
Yeah.
first. Now,
Yeah.
let's not be haters. The
Okay.
opposite. Lovers, I guess. Yeah. Underrated. Pokemon sets that are underrated. I think this is much more agreed upon. So if someone takes yours, then...
I went first last time, so John, why don't you go? Because you went last.
First? Okay, well, I think underrated, and I think I've said this in videos, I like Stellar Crown. I think it's a good set. It is still affordable to open, and the cards are cool. A lot of people are like, if I don't get that Squirtle, I don't get that Bulbasaur, the rest, wave it away. But it's got cool stuff in it. Like, it is cool. And, like, it's got the right amount of, like, trainer cards, in my opinion. Some sets have too many. It doesn't have, like, the super hyper rare, like, golden cards in it, and, like... It's really easy to master set because you're not worrying about all the different random hollows and Pokeballs and Master Balls and this and that, whatever. It's good. Like even the base set is good. It has good art on the bulk cards. A lot of sets can't say that, and I just think it's good.
Yeah. My underrated pick is Paradox Rift. Was that one of the things you thought I was gonna say?
Well, you said it before we started recording, so I knew you were going to say that. I thought you were going to say Journey.
Journey?
I thought you were too.
Oh
I
yeah, I
thought you
like
were
Journey too.
Yeah.
I thought you were too.
The one thing with Journey,
yeah.
the one thing with Journey is there's just zero value in it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the cards
But that's
also
kind of how
keep
Fusion
going
was.
down. Yeah, I think it'll pick back up
Like,
because you look at the Lilith Clefairy card. Like Clefairy is very popular and it looks good. It's like a cute card and a good card. And then Salamence, same thing, very popular and a good looking card. But then it really starts to trail off after that, and you see that in the prices. But my pick is definitely Paradox Rift. I've been saying that forever since we started vending. You guys didn't necessarily agree the whole time.
I
I
like
think
the
we've been
Steelix.
getting on it more. Right.
Yeah,
That's like one of our favorites that we talk about a lot. I just picked up that card, by the way. Very happy. But what I want to say about why I feel like it's underrated is because the value isn't the same as into other SV sets. But then you look at the cards and how much they sell for us, like the Altaria, the Groudon when we get it, and the Steelix, the Minim and the Plusle, like all of those just sell all the time because people see the Minim and the Plusle together and go, oh wow, it's really cute. But then they're affordable. They're like $20 each. The Groudon, for such a popular Pokemon and great artwork, is only, I want to say, like $70. And the Steelix is like under 30. Like they're so the Altaria has been hovering around 50. They're affordable. They're popular Pokemon, and they look good.
Yeah, I rock with that.
Okay, well, first I want to say honorable mention. Okay.
I have an honorable mention. What if it's the same one?
I don't think it's going to be.
Okay.
My honorable mention is going to be Perfect Order coming out. I think people are giving it way too much shit, and I think some of the artwork in there, like the colors, like I just think it's going to be nice. So, yeah, I don't have much to back that up with at this moment, but like Mega Starmie, like the Meowth cards in there are kind of sick. Like I think it kind of the Meowth cards in there kind of remind me of the side art from Ascended Heroes, just in how much of the card is taken up by the Pokemon. But we'll see. I mean, I don't have much about that up. That's something I've been thinking. The internet's giving it like so much hate.
Yeah, that's true.
But my real picks would be base sets from Mega Evolution, Scarlet Violet base, which actually that's the set that got me back in was Scarlet Violet base, and even Sword and Shield base. But like Mega Evolution base, especially, like I said in our collection video, like 2 months ago ish, it bottomed out. Sealed and singles especially. I mean, almost every, except for like 10 cards, I think it was. I did the math one day.
Yeah.
Except for like 10 cards, they were all under $10.
Less than $10, yeah.
Like that's insane. And the highest one was, I mean, the gold cards obviously, but like the SIRs were like 150 or 200 or something at that time. It's an incredible set. I mean, the Kangaskhan,
right?
The Mega Kangaskhan SIR, the Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur line, like the colors on those three. I mean, come on. And the same thing with Scarlet Violet base, like the Ralts, Kirlia, Gardevoir line. Like that's insane.
Most of it don't even know it's from the base set.
Right.
They
It's
just
like,
see it and like it and they don't know where it comes from.
Yeah.
you know, so I think those two especially, and even Sword and Shield base, but more so Mega Evolution base and Scarlet Violet base, like those base sets are an incredible start to the era. And I think they're underrated for their price. But speaking of ball knowledge and me looking at TCG, Scarlet Violet base, like booster boxes, I mean, they're up.
But
They're
going out of print.
Yeah, no, exactly right.
Right.
Yeah, but I think it's getting overshadowed by like Obsidian, 151, Paldean,
100%.
and the fact that it's going out of print. But like Scarlet Violet base is kind of a sleeper right now because it's getting overshadowed. And I would say the same thing for Temporal. Isn't that
Temporal Forces.
that's also going out?
That
right?
was my honorable mention. Was Temporal.
Yeah, I hope I'm not wrong on that. That's also going out though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
We'll fact check it. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Well, yeah. So I mean, that was pretty interesting. I feel like we kind of talked about some of the other questions I had in here just through doing that. So that was interesting. One thing that I kind of threw out on here might be something, I don't know, might like hit you on your toes. You might not really have an answer to this. So like the Pokemon community, right? So like we are vendors, right? We'll start with a lot of customers, a lot of collectors, investors, the whole hobby, the whole community. What is something that you wish they talked more about when it came to Pokemon cards? Something you just wish talked about more, was made more informed on, was like not taboo maybe.
It cuts me off. I'm trying to think. I can think of a couple things, but I'm trying to figure out what I want to say.
The
that I can back
definition
up.
of near mint.
Mm.
I think that's something that should be talked about a little bit more, and we should get to more of a everybody can agree on the same thing. And condition of cards is always where you get messed up with people. It's always where people are like, oh, I think this, I think this. But I think with near mint, you look at grading, and everybody hates it if it's not a gem mint 10. But near mint is 8s. Some people say 7s, some 7s are chopped, don't lie. But 8s and 9s and 10s are all mint.
Right.
One spec here or being off center, like it's still near mint. And some people want to argue, well, that's not that. And it's like, you know, some people will be like, well, it's packed fresh. Well, that doesn't totally mean as much as it unfortunately should, just because of quality control. But if there's only one spec, not everything's going to be completely perfect, because then it's cardboard. It's going to get nicked on something.
Yeah. So like near mint versus gradable, like it's a different term.
Yes.
People use gradable, like will it 10? No, I'll be honest. No, it won't 10, but it is a fantastic hobby card that will get a 9. Like, that's kind of how I think about it. It will 9.
Yeah.
And it'll retain its value. I think that's what people are worried about when they're not even trying to grade it. It's just LP cards. Obviously, over time, if you look at vintage cards, they're worth not nearly as much. So.
Exponentially less. Yeah, that's a good one.
I think for me, it's the gambling. You know?
Yeah.
And I have something to follow this up with, but initially I was going for like opening packs.
That's what I was going to talk about.
Like obviously it's gambling, like we know that, but like what makes me kind of sad sometimes is like someone will spend 50, 100, whatever on this box at our table and they won't get anything, you know? and then like that, like it just, to me, like I'm more risk averse. So like rather than spending $100 on the box, like yes, it's the experience and whatever. Like I would rather just buy the cards I want outright, even though I could get it for $5 a pack. Like I'd rather just buy the card outright and make sure I get it, because the chances of you pulling the card that you want are so low. But I don't think that, I think that's well known enough, but it still is important to me to highlight. And I would also say is like coin flipping. Are you gonna say this?
I was gonna bring it up, but no, you
Yeah. Like if you lose a coin flip for $100 and then you win a coin flip later for $10, you're still down.
Yeah.
You know, and you can also attribute this to when you give money, like when you're firm on your sticker here, but then you give them a little bit of deal here, like you're still.
Right.
Like you're still losing there. So like I think the vendor math, and we wanted to do a video on that. That's gonna be my real answer actually. Is vendor math. Yeah, like you're losing, you're staying firm here, but you're losing here. You lost $5 because you sold the ETB with that case, even though you paid $5 for that case. Like if you're not careful, like you really can start to lose money in places. Even though in the moment it feels, oh whatever, you know. So I'd say vendor math is something. To talk about more. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about bringing stuff like that up as my answer to this, because I had more time to think about this. But now it's kind of more deeper because of things you said when you think of things.
More deeper?
More deeper. Deeper verber.
You want it to be deeper?
I know.
Yeah.
But anyway, dyslexic over here. Literacy teacher, whatever. Anyway, is being an informed consumer of media. Which I know sounds silly because we're making media on the hobby, on the community, right? But you watch certain people, and this is not like a dig at anyone specifically, but Bulbasaur released a new video recently. And I looked at when it was. The show was actually back in November. But he's a big guy, right? He's takes a lot of time to edit and put up his videos. But he released a video that now was like a month and a half ago, where he did like 50 coin flip double or nothings in his video, right? And we have our opinions about that. That doesn't necessarily matter. I'm not trying to spread hate on Bulbasaur. Like whatever.
Yeah. He signed cards for us at CollectCon.
Right, like he's like I'm not hating on Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
But then because it takes so long for him to do his videos and like when he like uploads them, like this video was forever ago at this point, so it's like less relevant. But he saw how people reacted to that video and then decided, I'm doing no coin flips. So this most recent video he uploaded, he does not do a single coin flip.
I haven't watched it yet.
And I thought it was really interesting because, like, there were some people that watched that video and thought, wow, it's the coolest thing ever. Now everyone asks you to do double or nothing. Or just insane coin flips. And not $5, like $100. And it's like, whoa. But now I think Bulbasaur kind of saw that and was like, and trying to inform his viewers, which is my thing, be an informed viewer of media. And another thing that kind of goes off of too is not just like coin flips, but also like market videos. So people talking about like, oh, if you spend $100 on this box and you open it, you don't get anything. Like people talking about what to start collecting and what boxes are good to open and this and that, whatever. Like when you look at all of that, you think everyone can spend millions of dollars on Pokemon cards, and that's not true. Like the average person can maybe spend $100 a month on their hobby. That's like a pretty typical amount, I would say. They come to the show with a budget of $100, right? And it's like you don't have to collect everything. Find a path and go down it. Just because it's not the gold cards from Crown Zenith or the hyper rare monochrome, whatever, this and that, like doesn't mean your binder sucks. And it's really cool actually to have a bunch of like for example, Black Hole White Flare has $5 IRs, and you can get the whole line of a Pokemon for like $10. And then you see that in a binder. That's really cool, right? And like it's okay to see. Like I feel like when you watch people online, it's all about having a master set of everything, and that's just not realistic. And just like coin flipping for $100 is not realistic. So being an informed like person in the platform, I feel like that's maybe a little deep, but
No, yeah, you're good because like if a really big creator like that posts something like 3 months late, no hate on that. But if they post it 3 months late and like a bunch of viewers, like 10-year-olds even watch that, like they may start to think that the value of their cards are different than what they actually are. You know, especially in a market like we are right now where things are going up. Like 151 singles, for example. Like the Charizard, the SIR jumped what? like 50%,
$200 in like 3
50%
weeks.
in a couple weeks. Like
Yeah.
if you watched a video from 4 months ago, but it was uploaded, today, those car prices are so different. And if you don't kind of catch that, or if they don't title it correctly, or you just miss that part of the video because you're at the gym, you're not paying attention, like you may be misinformed.
You go to a show,
and
hey,
some
I got this
vendors won't
Charizard.
correct you on that,
exactly.
So I like
Being
that.
an informed buyer.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. So anyway, which actually I think leads good into our next thing, which is talking about. I want to talk about like Triple C as like a brand. So we try to have a certain brand, and we talked about a little bit earlier, like little things, right? Like we have packets, we drink and eat like nibblers, and we all wear Hawaiian shirts, and we all kind of look the same. We're brothers, this and that, right? But like deeper than that. So someone comes to Triple C, what is something that we want them to walk away with? And
A smile.
There you go, right? But also, so informed buyers, I think we all have stories of this, and it might be in our videos. It doesn't happen as much anymore because a lot more people do come as an informed buyer, I would say, but still it'll happen where they don't even know what TCG player is. They don't know what near mint means. They don't know set names and what even any of this even is. But yet you'll open their binder and there's like easily $1,000 they've dropped on this hobby, and they have no idea what it is. So I think that's one thing that I think Triple C as a brand is like, we're going to take the time to meet you where you're at and kind of talk to you about it. And at our most recent show, it's in a video, the dude is there, and he actually now watches a lot of our videos, and he commented on our collection video. So we see you, by the way. He commented, and but anyway, when I first met him, he was like, yeah, I'm getting back into this, and I want to start collecting. I think it was Espeons. It was like, that's what he liked. I was like, Espeons, that's an expensive Pokemon to like. But he's like, that's what I like. I'm like, all right, cool. Just make sure, that because they're so sought after, they're pink, they're cute, they're an evolution, whatever. They put them in SIRs a lot. Look up what they're worth first before you buy them. Because a lot of people will upcharge you on those because they know that they can. Because everyone wants them. And that's not fair. So telling him that and all that. And I think we all kind of do that with, especially like younger kids come up. I didn't really ask the question out to you guys, but that's just one I wanted to say first. Okay. So so Triple C is a brand. Like when someone comes to the table, what can they kind of like expect other than just a bunch of dudes screaming and laughing and giggling wearing their Columbia shirts?
I would say a good time, and I don't mean that as like going crazy, cracking jokes all the time, but just like a warm, welcoming environment. We're laughing. If you're not really in that kind of a mood, then maybe we're not doing that. Like we are gonna meet you where you are, but like. We're not sitting there on our phones, right? Like we're not cold, like we're trying to make conversation with you. We're laughing. We're having we are having fun, and I think it's obvious to the people that come to the table that we're having fun. We like what we're doing, and we like talking to people. We're good at talking to people. So I would say they can expect like a warm, welcoming environment, even if we're sarcastic. Like I wouldn't say the brand is like overly nice,
peppy and all like.
But I mean, we're having a good time, and I believe that people know that and they find it out pretty quick.
Yeah.
What would you say, P?
Definitely the meet you where you're at is probably the best way to explain it. I don't know if that sounds good, but that's what it is.
The comments will let us know.
But if someone comes to the table and they want to talk ball, like they want to talk about where prices are going, and they spend all the money on the hobby, they walk around with a suitcase and whatever, then we can talk to them about all that stuff. But when, like I said earlier, I mentioned earlier about families, like when families come to the table, we talk to them about their master sets or how the kids just like these cards, and we'll just like be hype with the kids over their bulk cards because that's just what makes them happy. But we also will, if you come to us with some grouchiness, we'll be like, okay, bro. Like, okay, bro.
Yeah, sure.
So, and then like you said, we'll be quiet with you if you're just, that's what you're at the show for. You just want to look at Pokemon and just have a chill day. Okay. But then also, I think the only one time we won't meet you where you're at is if you're having a bad day at the show. Maybe you was a PAX, you didn't get anything, or you didn't find what you were looking for. We'll try to like steer you into the direction. People come to the table looking for something, and sometimes you're looking for something that should be there. Like sometimes people are looking for SIRs and they can't find it. And I'm like, that's the bread and butter of everything nowadays. So I don't know how you can't find it, but it's like, okay, well let's look at some other options. Or, we got this triple blister here. Just like something. Or we talk about, we point them. That's what it is. We are helpful. True.
A scout is.
The pointing.
A scout is. we try to not only help ourselves, but really help them. When we don't have what they want, or they just do a different part of the hobby, for instance, vintage or super high end, we will send them to people, or Japanese. We will send them to vendor buddies that we have that we know that do those things and that they're good guys or gals, and make sure that they have a good time.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think like something you can sense at our table is like we're not just here to catch a bag, which like I'm not saying obviously like we are vending, like that is like part of it. There is a money aspect to this, right? But and I also don't think that it's a facade either, right?
It's not fake.
Not to like call on certain people, because I can't even think of someone else. This, but I know people in life do this. They act nicer to get more sales. That's not it. It's like I will literally, someone comes up and says like, oh, is that your trade binder? No, actually it's my PC. A lot of people will just go, oh, okay, whatever. We'll go, hey, can I see it? Like we ask to look at those binders that aren't like you're never getting a deal done with someone's PC. That's their personal collection. Like that's theirs. They're not going to sell it to you. They're not going to trade it to you. But we will take the time to look at it, because someone will either have a really cool card in there, or have like, this is my Jigglypuff collection or whatever, like young little girl like with all these cards, and they already know their favorite card. They know what they want to show you, and they light up because they think it's really cool, and they want to show you why they think it's really cool. So. Yeah, it's not fake. I don't want people to think that, and
it's genuine.
If you have your collection, you're walking by, show us your collection. We let you look. So, I kind of think that's really good. Which that also all kind of answers a lot of other questions I had here about that. So okay. Another thing, we also have that's our table presence. That was one of the questions here. Like when people approach at the table, what should they expect? We kind of just said that. Meet you where you're at. We're gonna have fun, have a conversation, all that kind of stuff. But what about when they're watching the channel? Right? Because a lot of people have different channels for different things. Right? Like our good example is Oyama. That's definitely more like business oriented, a little more try to learn something. Whereas other people, it's a little bit more to just have fun, like DPM, likes to make dad jokes. So at our channel, what do we think that is?
I think that we have a little bit. I think we're a little bit more relatable than some of the bigger people that do vendor POVs. Just in the sense that some of our deals are smaller. We'll put them in there. When people take 5 binder cards that total $8, we put that in our videos because that's what we do all day. We move binder cards because most people are binder collectors. And we show our funny moments. A lot of, like some of our videos, it's the clips that are in there, there's no Pokemon at all. It's you eating pretzels. And it's just like 3 guys being jolly and just having fun. I think that's something you can expect, but then you can still expect some deals, some cool things. It's like a little bit of everything. And wholesome moments. I feel like there's always one wholesome moment in every video. With just a kid, or a mom and a kid, or just someone finds that
or even like
car.
a husband and wife.
They find
some moment.
Like one of the shows we did recently, I don't think this video is out yet, but the Dash Bun, IR or SIR, where it's in all the food and pastries, whatever. This one couple came to the table and was like, hey, we're looking for this card. And I was like, oh, you mean this card? I'm not gonna lie, like, yeah, right, it was good. And they literally went, oh my God, I've been looking for that card all day. And I'm like it's right there. And they're like, oh, yeah, like that's what we came here for. And that's like one of the best things that we try to put those in the video.
Yeah.
That is fun.
Yeah, I second that. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, cool. Well, maybe so moving a little bit along the line of vending and or heavy guys, we also talk about a little sarcastic sometimes, right? And also like you need a little grouchiness, get you there too, right? What are our pet peeves? We have some vendor pet peeves because we, as Westy would say, when it's unacceptable.
It is.
It's
unironically like I do like it's. If something's unacceptable, like that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable.
And that's not why I came.
And I'm gonna say like
I didn't come to Disney to say
that's unacceptable. I'm sorry, that's unacceptable.
So what are some of our vendor pet
peeves?
What are some things that we don't like? We just
when other vendors do it, or
just anything. Shows, other vendors. What are some things? Anything. I know we got.
I could go off. I hate some of these things, but. I'll just start with 2, okay? And this is something that I'm sure all of you guys are going to want to say, and you've heard us say this in the videos before. The people that walk around with their suitcases and then sit in front of your table on a suitcase. I feel it's more of a sports vendor thing. But, well, that's just where I see it more. Sports cars and sports vendor people do that. And it's because you got to look through all the cards. Like, that's just what they do. And they talk about sports. I get it. But when people come to our table, like, you're kind of moving against the flow. And I'm just that. Like, you stop everything. And then people have to look around you. And you just...
And we only have one table.
Right, like, not to, like, say anybody who does that is selfish. But it feels a little bit like that. Because you're just in the middle of everything. Sitting down.
I get that.
Like, it's almost as if we were sitting down while you were trying to look at our stuff. Yeah. It doesn't feel as
personal.
That was the first thing. And I know we all kind of like see it, which kind of like, just a little bit. But then the second thing is that I don't like is when people don't talk to us and they just, like, not when people walk by, like you say hello, they're walking by and they just keep walking. Okay, like, whatever. But when people come to our table and they're looking at our stuff and you try to talk to them and they don't really acknowledge you, and it's not necessarily that 'cause some people don't like to talk or they don't like meet new people. It's when they do this on the glass, like on the cases, like not hey, can I see this right here? It's without talking to me.
True, that does happen.
And I'm like, what are you looking for, sir? And they're like, this one, and keep doing it. It's like it gives this.
Yeah.
Like
waiter.
Yeah, like it's like oh my god. I cannot stand that.
Man.
And some people might do that, and you might think, oh, I do that. Oh, and you don't know because you're not on the other side of it, but it's little things like that. Like,
I get like you tap on the glass because you're just pointing at something. Like, that's not the problem. It's when you're just like, and then I give it to you and you're like, nah, and then just walk away without even handing it to me. You just throw it back on the case and all that. I've started telling people now.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, did I make you feel very good? I don't think so.
Fair enough.
I would say, without being too like hateful or whatever, I would say it's overpriced singles. And you know what? Yeah. Sealed even too, but I do understand the market on sealed is different. Especially how hard it is to source nowadays. But like this past show, we were walking around trying to buy some singles. And we know vendor deals, I don't know if we'll bring that up or not, but we know that those are different and margins are much different, and how you interact in those deals honestly needs to be like strategic and tactical. Yeah. So because you do not want to risk that relationship or anything over. So like it's almost like we don't do a lot of vendor deals, but this time we needed to. So we're walking around trying to get some singles. And they had the Wheeler from Journey Together, which is like a $12 card. Yeah. It still is. At the time, it was $12. It still is. And they had a price of $25. Yeah. And that's just and it was they color coded their stickers just like we do. And they said all the colors that were green, which this one was just priced today.
Yeah.
The day of the show, and it was it's. Egregiously overpriced for me is just like, oh man, because people are going to walk around and they're not going to know and they're going to pick it up.
We talked about it, being an informed buyer.
Right, or they're going to feel like they have to get it right now because if I finish my lap, last show I took a whole lap and I missed out on the card I wanted at the first table, so I have to buy this right now. No, it's just egregiously overpriced singles, especially. It's insane. So, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel both those things. And I feel like it's not necessarily ridiculous to say that either for those things because it's like, it's just not I was going to talk about like our brand. That's not like, I wouldn't do that as a vendor or as a customer. Like, I wouldn't want you to do that. And it's like the golden rule or whatever.
Yeah.
But something else that like, big thing for me, I think is you're a vendor, right? It's not a store. It's not a grocery store. It's not nothing in theory really is a firm price tag because that's what makes this go round. That's why you don't just order off TCG Player. That's why you come to a show and you talk to people and you negotiate. And it's actually fun. It's some of the most fun things is negotiating. People like that. But it's like when certain people, and I think this goes back to being an uninformed buyer or whatever, you have to think, right? So if I'm buying your cards or trading them from anywhere from 70 to 80, 85, whatever percentage of them, if that's what people's been telling you to trade all day, then that means I'm in that card for 85%. So if you offer off the sticker price 80%, let's say, of what it says, like you have to already know that that's a loss for me. Like I can't say yes to that. And what gets me is like we're always very polite. Like again, I started by saying that it's negotiation. That's the point. If you sue me for an offer that I don't want to take, that's what I will say. That I can't do that. How about this? And renegotiate. That's what negotiating is. But then you just go, nah, and walk away, or like suck your teeth. Mm-hmm. Like we were raised, our mom, very big thing is that it's very disrespectful to like suck your teeth or groan or roll your eyes, like things like that. And it's like, please don't do that to me, because it's like that's what makes this fun is I get to talk to people. But if you make it hard to talk to you, then it's like you're ruining it. Yeah. You're ruining the vibes.
Yeah. So is your pet peeve when they're not willing to move off their sticker, or when they act? Like which one?
No, it's not the negotiating. It's the reactions of negotiating.
Oh, okay, all right. Because sometimes we'll hit people at
like being a butt,
like 80 or 85%. Like
right, no, it's not the first time you hit. You kind of need to hit a little bit lower. Not totally expecting them.
Yeah. I started with saying that. Like that's how negotiating works, and I get that. It's not the negotiating process itself; it's how you act in negotiating.
Right. So if you hit someone at 80, knowing that they could be in that car for more. Like, you have to be prepared for them to say no.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And when they say no or like, just, okay. So it's more about how they act that you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. And whether it's vendor or buyer. Either way, like, how you act. Because, like, we have a team-up pack. We got that in the last video. Mm-hmm. Very, very cool. Dude came up and assumed, right? And he even said it to me. He said, like, oh, you probably had it for a while. Because that pack's really old. So if I got it when it came out from the store, I'm in it for $5. Mm-hmm. Well, you're not, and I told him that's actually I'm not. I purchased it from someone else.
Actually, day of. And
it was that same day, so I told him. So I even knew how much we were in for, whatever. And he said, oh, okay, so you can't do... And he said like 80% of the sticker, which, assuming that I got it back when it came out for $5, there's a lot of people that say yes to that. But then if I explain to you, no, actually, I purchased it secondhand. I'm in it for more than that. I can't do that price. Then he very respectfully was like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. That's fair. And walked away. Not like, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing that's like, nah, you can't. You just can't do that. That's not very nice. Right. So, I think that's my pet peeve. Right. Just kind of like be an informed buyer. Be informed and know, like, how you're perceived to your either customer or buyer. Right? Either way.
Yeah.
So, that's my thing. So, moving on. Right? So, we talked about our pet peeve. We talked actually a lot of stuff about the shows and the team. What would we say what is it exactly that we each bring to the Triple C team?
I bring the car and the license.
He does bring the car and license. This is true. We cannot drive. So that's true. What else? Are there other things that maybe not necessarily material? Because obviously he also brings the house. He has a wonderful home. They lets us be like our base of operations or whatever. Lets us stay over at night, all those things. But are there other things that you bring to the table, Wes, that you like to talk about?
I really like logistics and like operations. Like that is really cool to me. What's so funny?
I thought you were going to talk about
the batter average.
Yeah, the number.
Oh, yes. Thank you, yes.
Wes really likes baseball, by the way.
Wes is the ideas guy.
I am the ideas guy.
Self-proclaimed
the ideas guy, for sure. And there's a running joke that like for every one good idea I have one bad one. So, like, I'm batting 500 on ideas. And some days that's true. Some days I'm over 5.
And we'll make sure to tell them.
They do affirm me. They do affirm me. And some days I'm under 5. And I would say that more recently, I've been over 5.
You would say that. You would say that.
I would say that. I would. But yeah, I'm always trying to come up with new ideas for us. Sometimes at our detriment, right? But... always trying to come up with ideas. I really do like logistics and operations. I love just thinking about it. Like I am obsessive. I can obsess over things, and this is definitely something like I do obsess over. Like I'm always thinking about it, always wanting to make it better. Somewhat worrying, right, about it.
Right. Yeah.
Which is fine. Like I know that about myself, but like especially with steel product, like we just picked up a huge collection, but like. For a week before we got that, like I was worried.
He did call me very
I was worried and stressed and anxious. Like, where are we gonna get this sealed? Like, we have shows coming up. We have 5 shows in 6 weekends coming up. like we need this. So I would say that's a positive and a negative, is like the amount of effort that I put in. Like that's really something that I think I bring, as do you two. But effort, logistics, ideas, the house, the car, and I love sealed.
This man does love sealed.
I do like the sealed market. So, Patrick, let's hear it. What do you bring?
Yeah, well, what do you bring?
Yeah, what do you bring?
Yeah, what do you bring?
You know,
what do you bring?
I gotta be honest, I don't really know. But I know. Okay, so we had a meeting at the end of 2025, and it was just end of year into 2026, that kind of a thing. And we came up with, we want to have roles for our business, and the original idea was like CEO, CFO, all that, and then we got to 500 batter and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Certified ball knower.
So mine is certified ball knower. And at the time, I knew a lot of ball, and I still know a lot of ball, but the other two boys are catching up. So
Sure.
I don't really know, but something that I do know about myself is, this is more pertains to Joe, like I'll sit in the back with all the stuff. Like we don't even argue about the seats anymore. Like I'll just sit in the back.
He does just in the back. It's actually really nice.
Oh, yeah, that's
Like
nice.
I'll
It
set
is
up,
nice.
like after we set up, I'll sit there and they walk in the mornings, and then when the show gets slow, I'll stay. Like kind of doing like maybe the less fun or the more grunt work kind of things, just because. Like, you know, like.
Yeah. No, yeah. Big ups on that for sure.
Yeah,
buddy.
thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Joe?
Well,
I like sealed. Sorry. I like
Oh.
sealed. Is there a certain aspect you like?
I like slabby patties.
Slabby patties?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
Also,
And
wait, I do want to reiterate. I know a lot of ball. Okay, when people come to the table,
certified ball knower.
I know.
Also self-proclaimed, by the way.
No. Yes, but like I know ball.
That's funny. Well, as I kind of said, so Patrick likes slabby patties. Wesley likes sealed. I like those two things as well, but I think I really get into singles. I like just knowing things about the hobby. So like a bulk of it is singles. So just knowing, maybe not necessarily what set they're from, but knowing, like naming them off the top of my head, what the price is. Like I'm very good with numbers, as we kind of talked about. I am studying mathematics, so I think like if we're doing a deal, and it's kind of funny, and we joke about it, but it is kind of true, right? So making sure the numbers are correct, right? So like I will hopefully one day do a vendor math video, understanding where are the numbers going. I can picture them very well in my head. We can do the math on the calculator and how to like do some trade, some cash. A lot of people do mess that up, and that does hurt your margins. You have to do it correctly, and that goes back to being a good informed buyer as well. So I think numbers is a big thing. It's like thinking about it. Like I like to think about things. I get headaches because I think about things a lot. But I like putting together these types of things, like the questions for us to do this video about, and just like working while the shows are happening. So like pulling up like the last show, I wasn't able to be there. It was solo vendor day, which Wesley did a great job.
Thank you.
The day before, though, we had to set up. So pulling up and like just sitting there like hitting the cards out, stickering them, putting the number on them. I like doing that, so I know what the numbers of them are because I wrote them down and I can keep them in my head very well. So I think that's something that I bring. I don't know. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, I would say that all three of us, like we try really hard,
Yeah.
and I think I think that can be seen by each other and also by other people, like we really have grown this in such a short time to something to be so proud of, and I think we're flexible in what we can do, like yes, you're a slab guy, but like I can comp a slab, Yes, I like sealed, but like, what sealed's worth, like we all three of us know generally singles, right? So like we can also step into different roles depending on what's going on. So I think that we try really hard to make this successful, even though it's not our full-time job, not even our second job really. It's like a hobby, So it's week after week too. Like we're consistently showing up, and I think we are really starting to see that growth after about 6 or so months.
Right, I get you.
I almost made a
I'm
6,
very
7,
proud
yeah.
of you that you didn't.
Yeah, there you go.
I said it right after.
Well, yeah. So I think that's true too, and also just like there's also
I thought
like
we were gonna get through this video.
Well, my students, I don't want to talk about school too much on the channel, but I made a 6-7 joke today, and today was like one of the first days that like almost all of them were like, all right, like not even like a little chuckle or anything, but like just all,
the side eyes.
just, yeah. So
That's funny.
anyway,
Something else that I think too, just like real quick, is like we are brothers. Talked about it earlier, and so like you are the oldest, and so you definitely have like so that makes sense. Like logistically, you're thinking about it, putting the pieces together, like administrating it almost. But then like us being younger, like it just makes sense that like doing grunt work, and, like just like when you said that, just like it just made sense. I don't know why, it just like did, and then like we're all able to like be the glue for the other two. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever, if there's ever not like a rift, like that's like a silly way to say that, but like. Patrick, if like we're ever like talking or disagreeing about sealed or whatever, Patrick will step in.
That's what I was
It's
gonna
like a
say
glue,
earlier.
you know?
With like my thing is not like glaze, but like I feel like sometimes I bring like just like I try to put things in perspective or just like contextualize certain things, and that can kind of like calm us down a little bit, or it could ramp us up the other way.
Yeah, true.
But still, and the three of us really do that. It's not just me. Like I think that's because of the like just with us growing up and everything, we became a team because we would always do you know, you got dishes, I got laundry, and Whesley got everything else.
Wesley got everything.
the cat washes.
Right.
No.
You got the gross jobs, and then you moved out and he got the gross jobs, and now you both got not getting the grosses.
I'm never doing a cat box ever again. Never. Anyway.
Well, yeah. So moving on, kind of to like the final section of the podcast a little bit is our journey through all of this. So we talked about a lot of the aspects of it in day to day, but let's look like kind of holistically, right? So let's talk about our first show. What do we even remember from our first show? I was a good 8 months ago or something like that.
It was in
July.
It was July 19th.
Yeah.
2025. And it actually wasn't even going to be our first show. Our second show was a week later on the 26th in with Top Sports Promotions. That was going to be our first show. And then like a little bit before I was this show's going to be really, really small. Maybe we should do another show, whatever. And Inside Pitch, shout out Tommy, took us in at Winston-Salem. We were all the way in the back.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't, our table was a wooden table, splinters everywhere.
No idea what
it was, but, no, I look on it very fondly, though. We'll flash up some pictures.
We have the picture that we all have on
we have some pictures, so we'll flash them up for you. But, Badger, what do you remember?
Just laughing thinking about that whole... It was, I don't remember a whole lot. The memory that I can think of...
Good
sounds about right.
Good start.
No, but I don't remember specifics, but I remember people they don't remember specifics, but how you felt. I remember how I felt, but the thing that I do remember very specifically is our first trade / deal / whatever you want to call it was for the Urshifu VMAX from Battle Styles. We didn't even know that Battle Styles is like...
It was like $75 at the time.
We didn't know that Battle Styles was like one of the hated sets ever.
Not liquid.
But we this guy came up with this card. He came up with a binder, I believe. And we looked through it, we were like, I don't really know. And then we took in this Urshifu VMAX, at the time was $75. And to start, we said, let's keep the cards that are $10 to $40. Those were the range that we wanted to start with, because we felt like that was safe and where we were kind of at. And our first card was double that. And he was like, I'll take a bunch of these different cards. And then we got this Urshifu VMAX, and we freaked out. And we're like, this is so cool.
Yeah. And it sat for a while too.
Oh yeah,
but at the
took
time,
many shows.
At the time, that was the most expensive card. It wasn't because you had a card from the
from my PC,
personal collection,
the Radiant Collection Flareon.
But Triple C, for the first time, that was our biggest card in our inventory. And it was really cool, actually.
It was really. It was
a big moment.
It was a big moment.
And since then, every time we get a card that's more, we're like, this is an expensive card. I wouldn't most recently now it's been the Blaziken VMAX, but I just got passed by the Charizard from 151 because it's gone up.
Right.
And then I have to want slabs, talking a $700 slab. This becomes cooler.
We can't even imagine that, right? When we first started, we put in, we say it was 3,000. It was more like 4, but we'll say 3. Like, to say that a single slab is worth like a fourth of our total initial investment right now is like insane.
Yeah,
You know, like, yeah.
Yeah. We're buying boxes that are a tenth of it. Right? Like a
Yeah,
$300
like the other
box.
day,
Like, what
I
the
was looking
fuck?
at the video because I wasn't there for the seal video, but I like was like there and I thought about it and I watched it and we flashed up the $6,500 thing and I was like, damn, like we started with 3,000,
Yeah.
and that means at one time we had that much money and we were just like, all right, let's go buy more,
Yeah.
and I was like, that was just
Yeah.
crazy.
So back to the question. So
Yeah, what do you remember
Yeah,
from
what
the
do I
first show?
remember?
Yeah.
So-
Sorry, walking down memory lane here.
I remember our table. We didn't have a shelf. We didn't have a sign. We didn't have a tablecloth. The table, the literal table
Yeah.
itself, had splinters everywhere. We were in the very back of the show. I remember we didn't pay for an extra vendor badge. I went up and asked for an extra one, and one of the ladies was like, "Oh, did you pay? Like normally you only get 2." And I was like, "Oh no, I'm sorry, I didn't know that."
Yeah.
She gave us a third one for free, which was very nice of her. But I just remember us being so new to it, and like thinking back on it, like it's so like we're so used to it now, and like we kind of know what we're doing, you know, and have a routine down.
Yeah.
So like to think back and us walking in on a brand new experience, it was. I mean, it's just cool. But we had one case. We had one case that wasn't even full.
Turned the other way too, to take up more
landscape.
space. We wanted it to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had one case that wasn't even full. We had a binder, or did we?
Yes, we had a binder, but
Did
it
we-
had like nothing in it.
Yeah, we had
a couple pages.
10 and under, I think it was. And then we had some sealed on the table. And yeah,
Yeah, crazy.
yeah.
I remember. See, here's the interesting thing. Like, I almost put this question in there, but I tried to kind of take it out because we talked about this as we've gone on the podcast. Like, we were in Scouts, and we were big on just like almost kind of being achievers. And it sounds like a lazy way to say that. You know what I'm saying? But like, we like to do that. So when new things come, I feel like, especially going in all of it together, it was not like necessarily super big, like scared, like anxiety inducing. There might be like a little bit there for sure. Like Mike said, there wasn't. It's ignorant to say. But like we definitely welcome new things and challenging things specifically, and I can definitely say like we just want to go balls to the wall and like let's just go for it.
Definitely
boys.
dive in the deep end.
It was
for
definitely
sure.
let's just like jump off and let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
And it was like just incredible, just incredible. That's what I remember. Just being at the end of it, going like, I think all of us were like, that would be better than I thought it was gonna go.
We grew by 50%.
Yeah.
You know, we walked in being worth like $3,000. We spent about $4,000, but it was a lot of expenses ish.
Yeah, it was like stuff like that.
Yeah.
The case,
Yeah.
the table, things that don't make you money.
Yeah.
Inventory was like $3,000.
Yeah, and like taxes and whatever, like on some stuff. So. Oh, sorry. Big
Yeah,
yawn.
sleepy.
Yeah, sorry, sleepy.
Getting
I'll
along.
go over here. Yeah.
Past his bedtime.
Yeah. What was I even saying?
Talking about how we doubled or
Yeah.
something.
So we walked away having grown like $1,500, and like that was just insane. You know, the fact that like we don't really take any money out or anything. We have since started paying our initial investment back, but we don't take out our profits really. So to say that we technically profited $1,500 on the show, like if we were to cash out everything at the start of the show versus the end of the show, we would have had $1,500 more. You know, so I mean I consider that profit even though it's not taken out, but yeah, it's just insane. Then a week later we had that smaller show that also went really well.
Well, because the first one went well. It went better than we thought it was going to. And so then we said, we'll do this again. And usually we'll like jumping off into the deep end. Sometimes it doesn't work out, and sometimes you don't. Like we've had things where we're like, let's do this. Like we wanted to like like landscaping or something like that, like a little business or whatever, the power washing this and that, and then like falls through or whatever. This one was like the first time we're like, we're gonna do it again. So then our mom and dad came to the show, our second ever show, and thought it was like silly, and we thought we were like, yeah, I know how to do this, whatever. Did not know what we were doing. Sorry, I kind of
Yeah, no, you're good. We did another show a few weeks later with TCG with Cards and More Tour, and they came to that one too, and they said that we like looked much more professional, even just in 3 shows. Is one of the questions like how we started vending or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll say.
Well, that's gonna be the next one. How we started.
Okay. So I remember, Collecticon was coming in 2025 in August, like around my birthday, and I wanted the 3 of us to go, and yeah.
Past his bedtime.
It's 9:30, folks.
That's a long video. Hope you guys are enjoying it. You made
right.
it this far. Comment yawn and put this in the chat.
But I wanted the 3 of us to go to Collecticon, and I was gonna put up like $1,000, and like we were just gonna go on like a little shopping spree at Collecticon, and that was gonna be fun. And then it quickly somehow, like almost overnight, was like, why don't we just vend? Like why don't we just let's just vend. Yeah, I mean, there's no real story as I understand it.
I think it's funny because a lot of people who say like, I want to start vending, we hear that a lot, and it's typically people that have a collection or have just been going to shows over and over again, and they just are like, I want to start vending for whatever reason. But for us, our collections weren't very big. It's not like we had a bunch of things to go in with. We didn't have histories of reselling anything.
Nothing in sales.
We hadn't gone to a lot of shows. We went to a couple shows earlier in the year, like January and March.
Trying to master set, Stellar, Sword and Shield base, and Squad Leather base. Yeah.
And then we just kind of looked at each other like, well, let's do it.
Yeah.
Like we all like Pokemon. You know, it did really start as something for the 3 of us to just do together.
Yeah.
True. Well, so since looking back on that, like what, I know it's like a cliche question, which actually Westy wrote this one, but anyway. Cliche question here, what would you go back and tell yourself, either the first show that we did, or the day we went and bought a lot of stuff from Ty and Sean that first time, or even just after we all kind of hang up the phone and go, yeah, let's do this. Like what would you tell yourself at any one of those moments along the way?
It's because I'm joking. I'm not joking. Like I would tell all 3 of us, like, you guys are going to be so in it, because I think that people start vending and they like make some money, or they do whatever their goal is. They grow their collection. But with us, I feel like we tell people our numbers, or we just tell them how we did for the day, or they just see us doing what we're doing and they're like, whoa. Or they'll be at a show, and then a couple weeks later, because we were vending like every weekend in October, and I think October had 5 weekends, and we vended all 5 of them, or something crazy like that. And someone will see us at the start of October, and saw us at the end of October, and we're like, whoa, it's been a month, guys. And
it's like 6 to 10 or something.
Yeah, like
pretty insane.
Yeah, just how I think like positive reinforcement in that. Because I don't think any of us, like you said, we're all confident. We like to face like challenges, but some people, when I told them, "Hey, we're like my brothers and I are gonna sell Pokemon cards," they were like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah." I think our mom and dad too were like, "Really?" We were like, "Yeah." And then people started hearing about it, seeing it, like I just said with some of the vendor people, and they're like, "Oh wow, like this is real. This is you guys are doing well."
Go ahead.
So something I would say is, Wes and I had this conversation on the phone. Like as we said earlier, we call a lot during the week, and one of the things we said was just like I would tell her like trust the process, like develop what your process is and trust it. So going into our first show, we kind of thought we knew what we were doing, this and that, whatever. Like this is how it's gonna go. This is what we're gonna do. And it was similar to what actually happened, a little different. Learned a couple things, but then I would say after our first 2 or 3 shows, like by the Cards and More store in Arsley, the first time we did that, by that first show, I would say we developed what our process is of just buying cards for this, selling for this. I know it sounds like stupid and whatever, but just like the routine of setting it up like this. This is how we're gonna do this. You take care of that. I trust you to do this. All that stuff. Just trust that process, that if you do that and you sit there for like the 8 hours that the show is or whatever, and you do that for 8 hours, you will come out the other side with more. And it's not that I didn't trust the process going through it, but it definitely is like daunting. Like you don't know what the numbers are till the end. And you can feel good about it, but we've had shows where we felt good, and then the numbers might not reflect as much as other shows where we didn't feel good, right? Because, like, that's just how it ends up happening. And so it's not necessarily about feeling good or thinking this specific deal was really good, and I had a great time with that customer. It's just go through it, do it, and at the end, it does work. So that's what I can say, I think. Like, settle down the monotony of it and just think about it, and it works. Yeah.
I would say I would tell myself to try and not worry so much if a deal falls through. And I still struggle with that. But, like, I know at the beginning, like, I wanted, like, every deal to go through. Like, I was worried about us missing out on some money, you know, because the deal would fall through. And, like, there will be another deal. The next deal might be even better. You know, the cards that come up next time, you might want even more than the cards in front of you right now. And I know, especially at the first few shows, like, I did not want the deal to walk away.
Yeah.
And... yeah, that's what I'd say now. I still struggle with that, but I would say I've gotten better at just if the numbers aren't there, they're not there. And, like, when I bought my first car, my dad was there with me, our dad, and one of the last thing he said to me before we walked in the dealership together, and I did the talking while I was in there. I mean, it's my car, like I signed for it.
He's a big boy.
The last thing he said to me before we walked in there was, you know, if the numbers aren't there, like, it's okay to get up and walk out. You know, like, you do not have to get this car today. And so, like, I think about that a lot now. Like, it's okay if the numbers are not there. Like, just say no to it. I still do some bad deals. You know, that's true. But anyway.
I get it, though.
So,
That's
yeah.
a good, honestly, that's good advice.
Yeah.
It's good advice for everyone out there, too, even if you're not a vendor, if you're a customer. If someone's telling you something and you're not trying to, like, your cards go for that amount, walk away. Because someone else might possibly pay you more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's good.
Something else I think that we've learned recently, I know it's totally something I go back and tell myself. I mean, I would go back and tell the three of us this, but liquidity is more important than monetary price. Like,
Whether the binder, for the Blastoise?
just, yeah. Like, I remember early on, like, I traded the 151 Blastoise for just a bunch of these binder cards that
Like
were
$2 each.
right, and, like, it made sense because we are, like, growing because we're trading at a lower percentage or whatever. But those cards are not nearly as liquid as the Blastoise, and but even like that was way back, and, like, we've already obviously learned, like, it's easy to learn big cards, small cards are different, but learning just liquidity of anything, sealed, slabs, singles, literally any of it, is the most important when you take cards in.
Yeah, no, because you want to churn and burn, you know.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I think that helps with what you've been saying about being informed, and for, like, customers, that if you have something that's liquid,
Know what you have.
know what you have and be like, oh, okay, this is more valuable to a vendor. To collectors, it's all the same because it's the same artwork and same price. But to a vendor, it could give you more value trying to trade towards something else because it is more valuable to them.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good advice, honestly. So kind of just, you know, the rest of it here that I have to end is just that's the beginning of our journey and things we've learned along the way. But now that we've gone through it now, we're not necessarily veterans, you know, seasoned, whatever. We're getting there, right? We're learning a lot. And every show we learn more and get better. Along the way, we've met a lot of people. And I think we could talk about some of those people that we've met. And I don't know, that's just like, it's not really necessarily a question. It's more just a thing that we said earlier was our big things, meeting people, talking to people, being personable. You know, sometimes you'll meet a customer, you never see them again. We also have repeating customers. We also have vendors we like to vend next to or like to see, and when we walk around, we make sure to stop by. So who are maybe some of those people that you can think of just off the top of your head that maybe why you like them, you know, like what's your like first memory of them or something?
You want to say one?
Sure, we can.
Okay.
Or two, or I don't know.
Yeah, I guess there's two. So.
I feel like if you bring someone up, we're gonna all like have
Yeah, you're right. I'll shout out Ray. I'll shout out Christine. You know, like, you know,
And
Tyler, and that third guy that lives in Florida. You know, but, no, Ray and I, we worked together before we, met or whatever in Pokemon. But he's just an outstanding friend. I don't know Tyler as well. He's a great guy as well. Very knowledgeable, very polite.
He's
very confident. I'd say he's a confident
true.
guy. But Ray, I just think he's just real down to earth. He's genuine. And he cares, and he's willing to work too. That was something I really thought when I worked with him, outside of Pokemon, was he was willing to work. And he was my boss technically. I mean, not technically. He was definitely my boss, but he was willing to work. And I noticed that for sure. So I'd say shout out Ray.
Yeah. And also something about them too is you might think this is what you said, willing to work. Don't sleep on either one of them. Tyler, Tyler's quiet. We have a group chat with them actually.
Yeah.
And he might not always talk in it, but so I think he brought up to what do you think about 151? And I put a comment in there, and he immediately had something to say. He is on it, and Ray too. He's chill.
Tyler is on it.
But you pull up to Pristine's booth and you want to talk about this slab and get a deal,
they know ball.
They're gonna get you, man. They know. And I definitely would also say, again, I don't know Tyler very well either, I guess, and I don't know Ray as much as Wes, but I think Ray is undeniably our biggest fans. I think we've established that, and it's not you might think we're laughing. I'm not laughing at Ray or things I unironically every time we upload a video, every time he sees us, he has something nice to say. And it is the smallest thing or a big thing, something that we were thinking about, something we didn't even think about. We didn't even think that was that funny in the video. It was just something there. He'll text us and quote us and be that was funny. That made me laugh. And you don't have to say that, right? You can just sit there and laugh to yourself with the video, but to say it to them, that's just, I don't know. It's definitely been helps us, not helps me go on, as if I can't, you know what I'm saying? But it helps, it keeps the train moving. It's good.
Yeah. All right, Patrick, who else?
I can't. So, our show in January, I was talking with Joe about these two guys. They're boys, they're buddies, and I don't know their names, but they were at our first show. They were the first Pokemon table that we stopped at.
Yeah.
They were in the back right corner of the room. We walked through a bunch of tables and we didn't find any Pokemon, which we were okay, are we in the wrong place?
At Hickory West, not when we vended our first time
January.
being customers.
Oh,
we were trying to master set.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
Gotcha. And we go.
Word.
And they had some Stellar Crown stuff. Mm-hmm. They had some SV based stuff, and they had some Sword and Shield based stuff. And we worked with them, and we just worked out all our things and got some things. And I remember this kid was there. And he wanted to get something, but he was $1 short.
Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, yes.
He gave the kid $1. And then he paid, and then they he
and
left,
then the vendor gave me back the $1.
Yeah, and he was you guys are good guys, and we're you're good guys.
Yeah.
And we saw him at our second or third show, and I haven't really seen them
often.
since.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them, but I also don't walk the floor much anymore. I let them walk the floor, but those guys were just I feel like they're kind of like us, where they're buddies. They're you can feel it, and they're very genuine. So.
Yeah. Good comments.
Yeah, straight up.
Next one.
I really enjoy talking to Atlas. That's their
Atlas
brand name is Atlas, and it's their cat, which I believe that's the
Wait,
cat's
Atlas
name.
isn't his name?
No, that's the. I'll talk about that in a second. I'll pause on that. Put a pin in that. I'll come back to that.
Put a pin in
that. I'll come back to that. But Atlas is a brand, and it's a husband and a wife, the two of them, and he's a police officer, and she. I actually don't know what she does.
I don't know either.
But they are very nice people. They just are. It's this couple that just they're from the mountains. You can kind of tell they just like to just be with themselves and just be it's just when you go over there, it just feels lovely over there. It's just oh, thank you, and they're just very welcoming, as if we're their part of their family too. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool because they buy Japanese. We don't. We only do English, but they actually like doing Japanese. So when people come to us with a binder full of Japanese, we say, oh, we don't buy that. But those people over there, they do. Sometimes look at people that are trying to sell a bunch of English, and they're like, oh, I just spent a lot on Japanese. Hey, go to those guys over there. They love English cards. And so, it's a cool, it wasn't even it's spoken of. It was just a social contract almost between them. And, they always have really cool, niche sealed items. Still don't really know where he gets them. but like we'll have maybe like a little more of the modern stuff that you see like bundles and stuff. So if someone's looking for niche investable seal items, hey, go to Atlas. If he'll come to them, hey, I'm trying to rip. He's like, the stuff he knows, like, you know, you shouldn't really rip right, like stuff from like Sun and Moon era, you know. So he's like, go to those guys over there. I got some. So I like Atlas.
I also say shout out Ty and Sean.
I love Sean.
And Ty. I mean, come on.
I like Ty. I wasn't dissing Ty.
No,
I'm just saying, like, every time I see Sean, he's like, and I'm like,
Sean's that dog. Sean's that boy. No, I'd say like they were one of the people that gave us our first break almost. You know, like when we were sourcing inventory before our first show, they hooked us up and they gave us, I think it was 86%, I think, on their table, and they obviously didn't have to do that, but we spent to us a lot of money, and they we took like
a lot of their like
liquid stuff, and
yeah.
they were very happy to do that. Explained it to us, gave us tips, like just very helpful and knowledgeable and genuine as well. We don't see them as much anymore. We just saw them this past show, but they might be at the May Hickory show.
That'd be cool.
Maybe.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, Ty and Sean for sure. So yeah.
Yeah, I go on and on about those guys.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's good.
A figure, like a legend, a myth, like this guy, Matthew McConaughey. I don't know. We don't know his name.
Oh, that was the pin.
Yeah.
Wait, can I pull the pin back out right now?
Yeah, let's take the pin out.
Sure.
Okay, I'll come back. I'll go back as soon as I.
Let's move the pin.
Yeah, let's go to the pin. Yeah, okay. We love the people, and this might sound like disrespectful, okay, when I say this, but we actually love every single one of these people. We do not know 80% of their names. And instead, because that's not really something you do. You're just kind of like, oh, hey, cool, good deal, shake your hand, walk away. Like, usually, you're not really asking for names, right? Like, I think they probably call us the Hawaiian guys, or the triplets, or
but
whatever,
we're in
right?
too deep to ask their name.
Exactly, it's
like,
weird.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask. And so Ty
like
and Sean, we know Ray's name because like he was away. We know Ty and Sean's name because that's their brand name is Ty and Sean. Very creative. And some people we don't know their names.
No, bro.
And so we had this one dude.
We just learned.
There's this one dude, and we used to call him tall guy with packs. Because he's got to be at least like 6'5".
Yeah.
And he has a bunch of packs all the way back from like XY, just like sitting in a box.
Yeah.
And he tries to sell them to us every time. We're like, bro, I can't afford these packs. These are expensive. And then one day he starts vending. And we're like, oh, he started vending. And he followed us on Instagram.
And thank God he did.
And his handle is his name.
Yeah.
And it comes to my his name is
Chad.
Chad.
Yeah, Chad.
So we started calling him Chad.
Yeah.
I remember I was testing the waters. I was working by his table, and I was like, Chad. And I was like, and just like waiting to see if he looked, and he did, and I was like, okay,
all right, we're cool.
We're good.
Some of our favorite nicknames is this guy, Matthew McConaughey, who is probably one of the sexiest motherfuckers I've ever seen. This is like, he is a dime piece of an individual. And I can say that confidently in my sexuality. I hope he sees this, honestly.
He's hot, for sure.
He's a very good looking guy. He's a very nice guy, though.
Yeah.
He's very nice. So we started calling him Matthew McConaughey because Matthew McConaughey's a nice guy. Like, he's a good looking guy.
Yeah. He looks like Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. He's a hot guy.
Yeah.
And there's some other good notable ones. Even customers. We even have people that we know the customer's name because you kind of ask for their name. So like Gio comes to us a lot, and Gio. But also like there's one dude that we call him Gamecocks guy. He's this older guy who sometimes comes with his son who's in college, and he always wears South Carolina Gamecocks merch. Mm-hmm. So we started calling him the Gamecocks guy. I could not tell you his name. But
And that's crazy because you talk to him the most.
I talked to him a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know his name. I don't know it. He might have told it to me one time.
Yeah.
I don't know. But then again, does he know my name? Mm-hmm. I think it's fair.
Yeah. Same thing with Silax and Pokemern. Pokemern. We call them the what do I say? The ladies with the Pokeballs.
Yeah, you just say that.
Yeah.
And the Pokeball ladies?
Yeah,
That's what it is.
The Pokeball ladies, because they 3D print Pokeballs, which are very cool. But like Silax, Pokemern.
But some of them, it's not by their brand name, which is what's funny.
It's some adjective
to
about
describe them. And I think our favorite nickname, who kind of started all the nicknames, is this dude with purple tablecloths who we love so much. When we started vending, he just kind of saw us, and he's an older guy. He's wise. Okay, and it comes
he's not like old.
I didn't say he was old.
He just said older, and he's wise.
Joseph, I got into this discussion with someone the other day. Yeah, that means that implies old.
Yeah.
Even though that's not what we mean.
Well, I don't mean that.
He's probably like 40.
Middle age.
Yeah, I'm thinking like 45, right? It's
I'm going to go 35, 40.
35, 40, whatever.
Yeah.
In that range, whatever. Doesn't matter his age. But basically, he just one day saw us and just thought like our energy was good and just thought it was really cool. And it comes to find out he like lectures like college students, so kids like our age, not Wes Unk over here, but kids our age about like just life and going through stuff. And he liked their energy. And he has a super cool beard, super cool hair, but he also has 2 completely full tattoo sleeves with like bright colors and random like almost like monsters on them and just like not random. I mean like they have meaning, but just like a bunch of stuff. And so we call him Tats. That's Tats.
We don't know Tats' name.
I have no idea what his name is.
We love him so much, we went up to him and said, "Hey, look, dude, we talk about you all the time, and we don't know your name, but we call you Tats." And he was like, "Oh, yeah.
That's awesome!"
Right on, man. He's got, like, purple tablecloths,
Yeah.
always playing music when he's setting up or taking stuff down.
Yeah.
And he just has cool stuff and just is always there to talk to you.
So
and
fun.
man.
Yeah. So that's Tats. But that was the pin, was the nicknames.
Yeah,
If you watch us and we're like, we probably have a nickname for you. They're all nice, none of them are
But it's
mean.
out of love. Like, we
No,
we really love
Because I want to talk about you. Like,
Right.
you make my day that I
Right.
want to share a story about
Yeah.
you, but I don't know your name, so I use that as the pronoun.
Yeah.
And I just, so come by.
Yeah.
We'll probably tell you what it is.
Yeah.
But don't tell us your name, because then it ruins it.
Yeah, right. All right.
That was my pin. Sorry. I don't know what you're going to talk about.
Well, you stole my thunder. Matthew McConaughey. God, I mean, what a good-looking guy, guys.
True.
But not just that. Also, he rocks a fanny pack. What a
What a
thug.
thug. Yeah,
Come on. But anyway, he comes in and he has this top loader binder. And he has
Heat.
everything. Like, he comes in, he's like, "Hey, I'm looking to move some things. I know you guys always work with me." And we open first page. Next page.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Right.
damn, dude. Like, we will spend all of our money on his binder.
Because it won't even be stuff like no offense, I'm not saying this is like small stuff, but like the Lucario SIR from Mega, that's like 120 right now or something like that. That's a big card, but it'll be like the Red Victini, a Mewtwo, insane cards.
Every tag team.
Every single
We
one.
always buy out his tag teams,
Every
and then he
Altar.
has more. And I'm like,
I
where
don't know where he
sourcing
gets these
Yeah.
from, but yeah, he has Mega Heat every time.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah, man. So is there anything else kind of along the way we wanted to like talk about, or anything really that we didn't talk about earlier in the stuff?
All right.
I think we covered everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
feel
don't know
like
how
it
long
was
the
really
video is
good.
going to be.
I don't know. It's gonna be really long.
Like 2 hours?
Probably. I hope everyone stayed tuned until the end.
Yeah. What should they comment?
What should they comment if they
Yeah.
stay tuned to the
Yeah.
end? Matthew McConaughey commented.
That's tough to spell.
He's like famous.
Okay.
Comment fanny pack.
Fanny
Fanny
pack
pack.
thug.
Fanny pack.
Fanny pack
Fanny
thug.
pack thug. Real ones know.
Yeah.
Real ones know.
Okay. All right, sweet.
Yeah.
Well, Discord mod?
Well, guys, as I said earlier, and we just kind of said comment that, but also comment any questions that you have. We want to do more of these. I hope you enjoyed it. It's kind of just like a raw little like snippet into our lives, and we are happy to share it with you guys. And if you come across the table, feel free to be ending this up because we love to talk about ourselves. Obviously, we hope to do more of these, and we also hope to do podcasts that are maybe more business oriented as well, so people can learn about the business. Like we talk about vendor math. Let us know if you think that'd be cool. And yeah, let's have this blow up so everyone knows who we are. Become famous. And that's what I got to say.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, folks, see you next time.
Folks. See you later.